Rama Screen is now on audio. So download Rama Screen as a podcast on iTunes so you can listen to the reviews, interviews, discussions, and the weekly show Rockin' It with Rama Screen anytime, anywhere. What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of The Kid Who Would Be King. Let's rock this. When it comes to family movies, I usually don't want to get too harsh or too hard on it because, it's a kids' movie. So as long as the kids and their parents enjoy it, then isn't that the whole damn idea? But there are some poorly made family movies out there that are just completely shitty. At which case, then I have no problem piling on it like there's no tomorrow. In the case of The Kid Who Would Be King, however, overall, I think it's a pretty fun action adventure that the whole family can enjoy. I do notice some significant flaws and the unnecessarily long runtime, but other than those, this film drives its point home. Written and directed by Joe Cornish, who previously gave us Attack the Block, The Kid Who Would Be King is basically present-day reimagining of the legend of King Arthur, featuring kids, focusing on Alex, who thinks he's just another nobody facing bullies at school, when suddenly he stumbles upon the mythical sword in the stone, Excalibur. He must then unite his friends and turn his enemies into allies, and with the help of wizard Merlin, they band together to take on the wicked sorcerer Morgana, who's hell-bent on stopping Alex from becoming the once and future king. By the way, fun fact, the kid who plays the lead character Alex, his name is Louis Ashbourne Serkis. That's right, he is the son of performance capture maestro Andy Serkis. Now, whether or not Louis inherited his father's mocap ability, that remains to be seen. Perhaps another time in the future. But if you ask, can Louis act? The answer is no doubt about it. Louis's performance is actually pretty mature beyond his age. For example, the moments that Alex shares with his mom in this movie will move you to tears. And Louis delivers those emotional moments effortlessly. Louis's co-star, Angus Imrie, is also another exciting aspect about this film. Angus plays the younger version of Merlin, while the great Patrick Stewart plays the older version of Merlin. Through those two characters, writer-director Joe Cornish wants to convey that there is a child in us adults and that a child sometimes can have an old soul. But obviously, whenever Merlin shares some words of wisdom, it's in the form of Patrick Stewart, because when Patrick Stewart is about to bestow something deep and profound, we all shut up and listen. But Angus Imrie is not without his perks. He's so zestful, like a guy who's been drinking caffeine for the past 48 hours. He's definitely very entertaining to watch. But The Kid Who Would Be King does suffer from repetition. It's fun when the fiery horsemen chase after the kids the first couple of times, but then it keeps happening again and again until you start to wonder if that is all that Joe Cornish has to offer us. Rebecca Ferguson starts out so deliciously evil as the villain, but unfortunately, she is underused. Her character would frequently turn into this shoddy CG fire-breathing dragon, which then pretty much puts Rebecca in the back seat. So Rebecca Ferguson never really has a solid fighting chance to showcase how badass she can be as the villain. And this family movie runs about 2 hours and 12 minutes. You would think that it better have a good reason for it, but nope. Not really. Look, I get it. Joe Cornish wanted to stage some kind of grandiose, epic Lord of the Rings style war with the school as the battleground and the children as the army. But an argument could be made that he can accomplish that early on in the story so that it won't feel like a purposely made extension. So The Kid Who Would Be King is not a perfect film, but that doesn't take away from the fact that kids and their parents will find something about it that's worth watching and even worth learning from the story and the characters. Joe Cornish also does a pretty subtle job of including current events and Brexit undertone without being too obvious about it. Newspapers and news radios in the background suggesting the rise of dictators everywhere. In a way, Cornish is telling us that it's sad that some leaders out there have lost sight of what it means to be good leaders. But we can always look to legends like King Arthur again to get a better example of aspiration and apply it in our lives. And that, my young friends, is one lesson that will never get old. So that's it. That's my review of The Kid Who Would Be King. As always, subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Hey, if you like this review and you want me to make more, please contribute monthly to help support this channel at Rama Screen Patreon page. Become my patrons today at patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this.